Welcome to the Raunchy Power Hour, a book club for discussing romance from the erotic to the erroneous. As always, this is an explicit podcast and contains strong language, adult themes, and sexual content. If you are sensitive to these things, we urge you calmly but sincerely to turn off your radio now. Welcome back to Sexy Choose Your Own Adventure. This is part 2 of our Choose Your Own Adventure story. So go ahead and grab a snack and a drink, unless you're driving.
I'm your producer, Ashland, and I am still working on the watermelon punch because these girls are not rolling well.
And I am the person who keeps failing at doing a transatlantic accent, Sydney.
Noah from Hoboken.
Oh my God.
We're drinking a little rum and coke. Now get ready to get raunchy.
Oh my God, I hate it.
Okay, if you haven't listened to the last episode, the game is a choose your own adventure. When we get to a choice, they roll a d20. If the higher roll gets to choose our next plot device. And if they roll a crit fail, a 1, or a crit success, a 20, I have to drink. Does anyone want to summarize where we're at this point?
I've killed us twice, so.
Oh, and we all have to drink if we die.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. You got it.
I mean, we're a pilot and a tall, dark, and apparently New York accented guy came up to us and asked us to fly a plane to go find secret treasure. We went swimming, found a cave, and we've been going through that. We found a pirate ship. And yeah, then that blew up. And now we have the thing he came for, and now we're trying to get away from that.
Have we had sex yet?
No, we haven't, which has gotten Lawrence on pins and needles, apparently.
Just saying.
Oh my God.
Lauren's a degenerate, actually.
Yeah, surprise.
I'm the whore of Hoboken.
The whore of Hoboken. I love that Noah is the whore of Hoboken.
Oh, I'm gonna save that for the rest of my life. I'm the whore of Hoboken.
That's
The
funny.
compass just points to the next, available single woman in a 50-mile radius.
What if that is actually
Lord.
what the compass is? It's a magical
That's why he
compass.
wants it so bad.
Yeah, because he can't get laid otherwise. Oh my God.
He's like, I don't have a wife. It's a sensitive topic.
But yeah, we also tried to do a bunch of accents. I tried and failed poorly at many of them, including one Australian that just turned into a Southern accent. So,
Oh, it
but
went
now
downhill
I'm
so
back
fast.
as our sexy pilot, and I know I can do that. So,
And
Take us
I'm
away,
eating
you.
Cheetos.
all right, well, let's jump back into it, y'all. Let's try this way.
You tell Noah.
This cave feels like it could collapse around us at any moment.
Finishing a Cheeto.
Oh my God.
If you say so.
He replies, glancing dubiously into the passage as you sit down on the ledge of the steep incline leading into it.
Here goes nothing.
You murmur and push yourself into the hole. You yell as you plunge into the darkness, slipping and sliding down the slippery, rocky tube. A few moments later, you hear Noah's own cries echo behind you as he follows you down. As you tumble, you grit your teeth, wondering what awaits you at the end of this mysterious passage eroded through the rocks. Another chamber? The collapsing cavern lagoon you have just left? A blockage that will leave you both trapped and doomed to die? Or perhaps salvation? Your thoughts are abruptly interrupted as you reach the end, screaming as you free fall for a moment before plunging into cool water. As you surface, Noah splashes down next to you. Beneath the surface of the water, you can see a glimmer of light in the darkness. You tell Noah, sweeping your wet hair out of your face. Taking a deep breath, you duck beneath the surface and swim towards a distant light. Sunlight, it has to be. You swim hard, the water seeming to push back against you. But you seem to find some final reserves of strength and stamina. Swimming clear of the underwater passage, you burst through the caves, finding yourself in the sea just in front of the steep cliff face. You breathe a sigh of relief just as Noah emerges next to you, gasping for breath. As you both crawl wearily from the sea, you glance across the cliff, knowing that a fortune in treasure is now buried somewhere behind it.
God damn it.
You sigh.
All of that for nothing.
Wouldn't say that.
Noah grins triumphantly, reaching into his pockets and plucking out a flat circular silver case. He flicks up the cover to show you. He flicks up the cover and shows it to you. The compass. There'll be some value in it. Hopefully, at least enough to cover your $1,000 fee. Quick as a flash, you swipe it from his grasp and slip it into your own pocket.
Glad to hear it.
You tell him.
Once you get me my $1,000, you'll get it back.
You have... Oh, my bad, Lauren. I'm so sorry, honey.
You have no idea just what that is.
Noah glowers at you.
I don't care.
You shrug.
All I know is that it's valuable to you. My fee is valuable to me. Get me the money, and you get your trinket back, just as we agreed.
Noah's eyes narrow and his lips tighten before finally his shoulders sag in resignation.
Fine.
He snaps.
I'll get the money wired first thing tomorrow morning. Just, please, look after the compass. It might not look like much, but it's extremely important to me.
I'll treat it with kid gloves.
You grin, turning and striding along the beach towards your plane.
Oh, she means like gloves made from like goat skin. Got it.
Noah doesn't speak at all during the short return flight, choosing to stare sullenly out the side window. He walks with you from the jetty to the Ocean View Apartments, where you're a resident. It's the only hotel in town, if you don't count the ones that rent by the hour. So it's no surprise that he has a room there too.
Sorry.
She's eating another Cheeto.
Good evening, Miss Blake.
Noah stiffly doffs his hat before opening the door to his room and disappearing inside. You continue on along the wooden veranda to your own apartment and run a shower. It's been a hell of a day, and you could really do with one. Stepping out of the shower, you wrap a towel around your body and tuck it in at your chest. As you towel dry your damp hair, your gaze falls on the compass, and you would casually toss onto a side table. You pick it up and examine it. It looks decent craftsmanship, heavy and robust. You notice something odd about the needle. Damn thing's off. The needle seems to be pointing east rather than north. Great, a busted compass is collateral. Just your luck. You glance at the clock hanging at the wall. It's not too late. Time enough to go down to the bar and have a few drinks. God knows you've earned it. Fighting back a yawn, you decide against it. No, an early night beckons. As you pull on your silk gown and prepare to go to bed, you hear a knock at the door. You open it a crack to find Noah waiting outside. His beige suit jacket is thrown casually over one shoulder, while he holds a bottle of gin in his other hand.
I came to apologize.
He tells you, flashing you a rueful smile.
I was a little off with you earlier, and well, I feel just awful about it. Please allow me to make it up to you, Miss Blake.
He brandishes the bottle.
A nightcap, perhaps?
Oh my god.
Roll.
Okay, I'm going to place my bets on what's about to happen if we say yes, because I imagine that we will.
That they're going to have
Okay.
sex?
Okay.
They are, but he's going to use it as an attempt to swipe the watch from her.
Ooh.
You mean the
Or
compass?
to kill her. Or, yeah.
Okay. City, did you roll?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
What'd
a
you get?
17.
Your choice.
What'd you
Okay.
get, Lauren?
13.
Sydney, would you like a nightcap or no?
I was going to say no, just to keep teasing Lauren.
Is that your answer?
Yes.
No! I'm the whore of Hoboken. I will not be denied.
Oh! Oh!
Oh! Oh!
Can we go back? No, can we go back?
Why?
Can we go back?
I don't think so, Mr. Wheatley.
You reply.
I'm not that kind of girl.
No! Just a drink. That's all.
Noah replies, a hurt expression on his face.
Come on, Noah. We both know when a guy knocks on a girl's door at this hour, he's looking for more than a drinking partner. I'm not that easy.
I had a bad day at work. Let me have this. Didn't realize I was being that obvious.
He shrugs with a rueful grin.
You'll just have to try harder in the future.
You smile, holding his gaze for a moment.
Good night, Noah.
You close the door before leaning back against it, listening as his footsteps slowly recede. Letting out a sigh, you wonder if you should have invited him in after all. It might have been fun, and God knows you're going through a lean spell at the moment.
Yeah.
God damn it.
You mutter, throwing yourself down on the bed and gazing up at the ceiling fan as it spins overhead. As you undress, the thought of what might have been has left you a little antsy. You switch off the lights and climb between the soft cotton bed sheets. Lying in the darkness, you toss and turn as your mind conjures all manner of erotic scenarios. Squirming, you wonder whether as you should attend to your own needs. Roll. I don't want to read those, please.
Oh, I rolled a 3.
Lauren?
19.
Would you like to touch yourself or get some sleep?
No. We're going to sleep.
Oh my god.
This is what happens when you sabotage. Resisting the urge, you roll over onto your side and listen to the constant nighttime chorus of tree frogs outside before drifting off to a deep, dreamless sleep. When you wake up the following morning, you climb out of bed and rub the sleep from your eyes. As you focus on the side table, you are suddenly wide awake. The compass is gone.
Knew it.
Yep. No!
You cry out, scrambling out of bed and frantically checking on the floor and behind the table.
No. Noah, you son of a bitch.
The slimy bastard must have picked the lock of your door after you'd gone to sleep and stolen it. You quickly pull on your clothes and swing open the door to your room. As you step out onto the veranda, you glare across to the door to Noah's room. Rollies. Rolly with the Davaranch.
Oh, that was a 1.
I got a 5.
Lauren, would you like to check if he's still in his room or try to catch him before he has a chance to leave the island?
Oh. The question is, do we think he really swiped it?
Exactly. So did we go to his room?
I think we do. We go to his room.
All right.
You stride purposefully along the veranda until you reach Noah's room. Straightening, you wrap your knuckles against the door.
Come on out, you son of a bitch.
You growl with a real vitriol. Hearing movement inside, you draw back and smash your boot into the door next to the lock. The frame splinters and the door swings open with a crash, leaving you facing a wide-eyed maid.
Ashlyn, this is you.
Oh. He's already checked out, Miss Blake, she tells you fearfully. Left about a half hour ago.
Shit.
You curse under your breath.
He say where he was going?
No, ma'am, the maid replies, glancing at the wrecked frame of the door.
Sorry about that.
You mumble.
Tell the owner to put that on my bill.
The maid nods as you turn to leave. Miss Blake, the maid calls out from the doorway. There was this. She holds out a piece of crumpled notepaper. Found it all screwed up in a ball next to the trash can.
Thanks.
You tell her gruffly, taking it from her and examining it. Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. flight to Rio de Janeiro. You check your watch. It's 9:15. You'll never reach the airstrip in time.
Oh, sorry. I can't. God damn it.
You curse, screwing the piece of paper. Wait. Does that help?
Yes, thank you.
You curse, screwing the piece of paper back up and tossing it away in disgust. While your first instinct is to head to the beach, jump in your plane, and set off in pursuit, the plan is foolhardy at best. Rio must be 3,000 miles away, and your plane is short range. You'll have to land to refuel several times before you reach your destination. Perhaps you do better to chalk this one up to experience and let it go. Besides, while the slimy bastard may have cut and run without paying you your $1,000, you know where a haul of treasure worth a hell of a lot more is buried. Rollies.
Interesting. I rolled a 3. So, Lauren most likely choosing. Yep.
Lauren, would you like to pursue Noah to Rio, or would you like to abandon the pursuit and settle for the haul of priceless treasure?
Fuck bitches, get money.
Okay. Wow. I'm surprised. I thought you would want to follow boy to Rio.
I'm surprised. Taking a deep breath, you allow your head to rule your heart. What's a measly $1,000 compared to a hold full of treasure you left back on the peninsula? Sure, half a mountain might have caved in on it, but you know it's there. By the time you found backers to finance an excavation, a hell has broken out in Europe, with the planet teetering on the brink of the Second World War. When war does break out, U-boats are a constant menace, disrupting the shipping in the Caribbean Sea. Knowing you are in a race against time, you spend several months desperately digging around the rubble with your excavation crews in case the Nazis should turn their eye to invading the islands. Thankfully, by the time you reach what's left of the Nemesis, Hitler is fighting a war on two fronts, and the Nazi war machine... I didn't expect this in my porn novel. The Nazi war machine...
I didn't expect this either.
Attention is elsewhere. You crawl through a narrow gap in the shattered hull and into the hold. Shining a flashlight around you, you smile broadly at the glittering riches before you. We've done it, boys. You shout over your shoulder at the band of broad-chested men squeezing into a narrow tunnel behind you.
All right, Discord kittens, go in.
Together, we've spent the last 18 months digging through I'm reading someone's lines. I'm so sorry.
Now,
no.
Let's get all this out and celebrate. Yeah, that's still
good.
you.
No, the part. Okay. Together, you've spent the last 18 months digging through the rocks, sweating and cursing. That's you. There we go.
Now, let's get all this out and go celebrate. The rum's on me.
As a cheer echoes around you, you shift through a nearby chest full of gold coins, and your mind flits back to Noah Wheatley. You wonder whatever became of that two-faced lying son of a bitch. Hopefully, nothing good. Still, you are curious as to the significance of that broken compass that he salvaged while leaving all this treasure behind. Now what, miss? One of your men asks as they begin to pass back the treasure along the low and narrow passageway.
I don't know.
You reply with a wry smile.
Lauren, I think you chose the ending with no sex. I've been so absorbed with finding the treasure. I've barely given any thought as to what I'm going to do with all of it.
This is revenge for robbing me of it in the first place.
Guess you could lie on a beach sipping rum for the rest of your days, he grins. You chuckle and nod. At one time, that would have been quite appealing, though you feel a little melancholy that the prize that has driven you for these past few years has been reached. Still, there's plenty more treasure to track down. Perhaps you could make a career out of this.
The girl boss ending.
This is the girl boss ending.
Would you like to try our luck at the option that Lauren wanted?
Can we fuck? Can we fuck?
Sure.
Oh, okay, wait, I gotta.
Or do we want to go and pursue him in Rio?
Oh, that is an option too.
I'm worried that when we find him in Rio, it won't be a fuck fest immediately.
You want to fuck fest immediately?
I
always does.
All right, what do we want? Chase?
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
This is a yes.
Is this the choice that we're making, or are we going to Rio?
Give Lauren her fuck fest.
Give Lauren my fuck fest. He's gonna take the watch. He's gonna take the watch anyway. At least let's get some dick.
Either
out
way,
of it.
we're going to Rio, most likely.
Lauren, I just want you to know, since we've been reading this together and we've done about 100 pages, it's a compass.
Potato.
Okay.
One tells time, one tells direction.
Hey, it tells you something. So it's. I thought I told you to call me Elise.
You smile, swinging open the door and gesturing for him to enter. Noah grins and steps into your room. With a quick glance along the veranda to make sure no one is watching, you close the door behind him. Noah has already opened the bottle and is pouring a healthy measure into 2 glasses. He passes one to you.
Cheers.
He smiles, clinking his glass against yours. You both drink deeply before you gesture to a pair of cane-backed chairs by the louvered window.
Sit down.
You tell him.
You're muted, Lauren.
I can't unmute.
No,
unmute.
we can hear you.
We can hear you now.
You can?
Yeah, we can hear you.
What?
I know.
We can hear you just fine. No joke.
But it still shows muted for me.
There we go.
There it goes.
Okay.
Intoxicated state.
It's so bad.
It still showed muted. Y'all won't believe me.
Oh, it showed muted for us too.
Yeah, no, we saw it.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
He nods, pulling the chair forwards as he lowers himself into it.
So, what do you do when you're not calling on lonesome women in the middle of the night and ply them with liquor?
You smile, joining him.
Nothing as exciting as today.
He admits.
I sit behind a desk at an office in the museum, leafing through dusty old books. I guess today is a day like any other for you, eh?
Not quite.
You chuckle.
I enjoy this life. I don't think I can work a 9 to 5. No offense.
None taken, toots.
Noah replies, refilling both of your glasses. You talk for the next couple of hours, the gin bottle all but empty. You're somewhere between tipsy and drunk, and Noah looks much the same. As the conversation dries up, he seems to shift uncomfortably in his chair. You allow yourself a wry smile, recognizing the signs as he steels himself to make his move. The gin has certainly relaxed you, and perhaps you should help him out. You glance at the clock on your nightstand. It's getting late, so maybe it would be better to send him on his way instead. Rollies! Lauren!
What if I just...
What if Senti wins and we do the other thing all over again?
The whole thing over again. 1 minute, I dropped
15?
my dice.
15?
Oh, 1 minute. My dice dropped.
15's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
But it doesn't beat a 17.
Dang.
Don't do me like this.
Would you like to seduce him or send him away?
We've already read this one. We want to send him away. Please. I gotta go to bed soon, Mom.
I've never had Lauren beg to me before, so I
need to read sex in Hoboken accent. I really do.
Okay, we're gonna seduce him.
Yes.
My leg's cramping is up something awful.
You grumble, stretching out your left leg and resting your foot on Noah's knee.
Say, you ever given a foot massage?
You know what they call me in Hoboken?
The whore of Hoboken. I've heard.
Oh my god. The foot fiddler of the free people.
Okay. Slow it down there.
Surprise and gazes down at your bare foot.
Well, there's nothing to it.
You smile. He nods and reaches
Oh my
down,
God.
taking your foot in his hand.
I need to win this roll. I need to win this roll.
God damn it, that tickles.
As his eyes meet it's your eyes. Oh my god. As his eyes meet yours, you hold his gaze.
Be firm with me.
This is awful. This is terrible.
You put your
This is what you wanted, Lauren. This is what you wanted.
This is not what I wanted, to be so clear. Never did I ask for foot stuff.
It led to this sex scene, and that includes foot stuff.
You tried to spare us from it, and I respect that. I just don't think there's a route in which this was unavoidable.
You put your foot back on his knee, and he takes it in his hand again, pressing his thumbs into the sole and working them into the soft flesh.
Not any better.
He asks, looking up. You nod, enjoying his more assured touch. His gaze drops back to your foot as he continues to massage it. Lifting your right leg, you rest it on his other knee. Noah glances up at you again. You smile and nod. This is his grasp of your left foot and reaches for the right.
You know this man is fighting a gag back so hard because he's doing this for those stupid compass.
He's actually so gay.
Yeah, he's actually like very flamboyantly gay.
You know what?
He's the homosexual of Hoboken.
The homo of Hoboken. Happy Pride!
Oh my god.
This compass actually points me to my next grinder.
He's 30s
The
grinder.
adventure of Grinder. I love it. Oh my god.
Yes,
You purr.
that feels good.
As he kneads the sole of your foot, you can feel your pulse racing with excitement. Your gaze drops to his groin, and unless it is your imagination, you are not the only one getting a thrill.
Come on.
Rolling.
Nat 20. Nat 20.
I don't think I'll
18.
survive it. Sydney, what'd you get?
Lauren, I hate to tell you.
You did not get a 19.
I got a 19.
Reroll. I didn't.
No.
I'm leaving the podcast if we don't.
I think you know my natural choice between the two options we have.
Would you like to press your foot against his groin? Or would you like to suggest that he massage your legs instead?
I think naturally you know which one I have to choose.
No. He's
Say it for the listeners.
Hoboken. He's the Hoboken.
Press your foot against his groin.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh my god. You chew your lower lip for a moment before slowly stretching out your left foot and gently pressing it to the bulge between Noah's legs. He gasps in surprise, his head snapping up and his eyes widening as his gaze meets yours.
Wait, look at this line. I love this line.
Looks like I'm not the only one who's feeling a little stiff tonight.
You smirk.
You need a massage.
Feet away, Lauren.
You need a massage too.
Oh, I'm so stressed.
Well, if you're offering.
Noah
Okay, little
grinning
leprechaun.
broadly. You chuckle and begin to rub your toes up and down his length. His eyes
Ew!
and he groans with pleasure. You feel a thrill of excitement course through you.
You laugh. You laugh.
I'm putting on sexy music.
Oh my god.
You purr as his mouth drops open and his hands become increasingly distracted while he continues to massage the other foot.
Oh, yes.
He moans thickly as your pussy tingles with arousal. You crave a little more attention yourself.
You want to move things over to the bed, Toots?
He asks intuitively. Roll.
Sit on him!
Sit on him.
19.
Oh, you got a 19. I got a 3. So
I did.
It's your go.
Lauren, does moving to the bed sound good, or is it enough foreplay time? You want to sit on him. She's so stressed.
She was moving so slowly I couldn't tell if she was frozen.
She's so stressed. I can hear the panicked breathing.
Well, the question is, do we... I'm not saying that. Okay. Sounds good.
Good.
All right. Sounds good.
You smile, lifting your feet from his lap, before standing up and turning your back to him.
How about using those talented hands to use on my back?
With that, you untie the narrow silken sash around your waist and shrug the gown off your shoulders, allowing it to slip down your body and float to the floor, leaving you naked other than your panties. I hate the word panties. You smile as his stifled gasp of surprise and gaze coyly over your bare shoulder at him.
Well,
Sure.
Noah murmurs, the cane-backed chair scraping against the floor as he gets to his feet. You lie down on your front on the bed, heart thumping in anticipation as he joins you. The mattress springs, creaking beneath his weight. He sits astride you, and you feel his hands on your shoulders. You let out a low moan as he begins to knead your flesh. Hate that.
Yeah.
You purr. While the massage might be a byproduct of your true intentions, he's actually pretty good. His hands work down your back to your waist, and you will him to grasp your buttocks. Instead, his hands slide back up to your shoulders and slowly work their way down again. Propping yourself up on your elbows, you glance over your shoulder at him.
I think you spent enough time on my back.
You breathe, smiling coyly. He nods and returns your smile before sliding his hands around your sides and tentatively cupping your breasts. Your low... Oh, I don't need visuals. Your low moan of delight emboldens him, and he squeezes your soft, fleshy mounds.
Oh, that's bad anatomy right there. Fleshy mounds.
That is. That's pretty rough. The tingle between your thighs becomes an insistent throbbing, and you bite your lower lip to stifle a gasp of pleasure.
Does that feel okay?
He inquires, slightly pinching your engorged nipples. You can't sustain the pretense
You can
a
say
moment
engorged and you can say pussy, but you can't say nipples.
Actually, I think engorged is where I started. I was engorged, no. Nipples. A moment longer and roll onto your back, reaching for him and sliding your hands behind his neck, pulling him to you. His lips press against yours, the kiss urgent and passionate as the simmering excitement of the last few minutes is set ablaze. You slide your fingers up into his hair, holding him close as your tongues slip and slide against each other. He shifts uncomfortably, and you can feel a hardened bulge pressing against your stomach. When he finally breaks the kiss, his eyes are burning with lust as he gazes questioningly down at you. Rollies.
I think we both are going to say the same thing if I had to guess.
I got a 17.
Don't let me down, girl. Don't let me down.
Sydney, would you tell him to go down on you or tell him to enter you?
I mean, I think I'm going to tell him to go down on me.
Yes! Sit on it!
Sit on it! You seem pretty useful with that tongue. Oh my! Oh my!
Oh, I'm gonna have to. Okay, you smile.
I'm excited!
You want to try using it elsewhere?
You flick your eyes pointedly downwards.
You're certainly a lady that seems to know what she wants.
Noah grins.
The next line. I love the next line.
But sure, why not?
He shuffles
As if
down
she
the
asked
bed.
him to. Sorry, I was gonna say, as if she had asked him to coffee. Like,
Yeah, but sure, why not?
He shuffles down the bed, lingering a moment at your chest to playfully suck at each of your nipples before kissing.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Can you say that again?
The fitnessgram pacer test is a must. You bite your lower lip in anticipation as you feel his hot breath against the front of your panties. I hate that word. His fingers hook into the gusset and he tugs it to one side. While you feel a little self-conscious as he gazes down at your exposed pussy, you open your legs wider.
Eat me.
You breathe.
Yes, ma'am.
He chuckles and lowers his head between your parted thighs. You crane your head forward, gasping as you feel the warm wetness of his tongue lick the length of your slit before flicking over your clit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow. You moan as his tongue laps at your delicate folds. Add that to horrible anatomy.
Delicate folds, got it.
Many of the men you have been with have tended to be selfish and reluctant to go down on you. So you appreciate a man who is not only willing to be enthusiastic as his tongue glides up and down your juicy furrow.
Add
that.
Another one, thank you. Another one, thank you.
Noah is certainly that.
Oh,
I want to
Sorry,
die.
guys. I had to add that to the list real quick. Oh, no. This is Lauren.
That's Lauren. She's stressing.
have you ever had a hoagie? You taste so good.
He tells you, pulling his face from between your legs and smiling up at you.
I could eat you all night.
Can I have that in writing?
You gasp as his tongue returns to your clit. You feel his hands move between your legs, his fingertips pressing to your opening before slipping inside your sodden slit. God. As his tongue
Another
and
one,
fingers work,
thank you.
A sodden slit. Got it.
as his tongue and fingers work in tandem, you bite on your lower lip to stifle a cry of delight. Surrendering yourself to the incredible sensations, you lie back, reveling in his attentions and moaning with pleasure. All too soon, you can feel the heat in your loins rising.
Oh, God. Don't stop. Don't stop.
You gasp as Noah's digits piston inside you, his tongue lapping at your sensitive nub. Throwing out your arms, you grasp the sides of the mattress, your head rocking from side to side as he takes you to the brink. His relentless assault swiftly drives you over the edge, and your mouth drops open. You are powerless to repress the shrill cry of ecstasy that fills the room as you feel the swell of your orgasm wash through you. His tongue slows, pressing against your twitching clitoris as your body trembles with each pulse of pleasure and relax. A long, deep sigh escaping your lips. You know, Lauren, for someone who says that you read sex like an anatomy textbook, you are really excited right now.
No, I was making a gross face because twitching clitoris is not exactly the image that I want to evoke in my porn. But, you know.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sounds like you were ready for that.
Noah smirks, emerging from between your thighs. Still breathless, you nod and reach for him. He crawls up your body and you kiss him passionately, not caring that you can taste yourself on his lips. as you luxuriate in the afterglow of your climax. When he breaks the kiss, you can see the excitement in his eyes along with an unspoken question. Rollies!
Hoboken's still Hobokening, if you know what I'm saying.
That's a 12.
That's a 5.
All right, let's tell him to enter so we can get the sex scene over with.
No!
Yes. Yes, please.
Give me 14 of them right now.
No! Oh, God. Okay, I have to say this.
Mm-hmm.
I need you inside me.
You breathe, feverishly working at the buttons of his shirt.
Sorry, Lauren's face at that just...
Right now.
A broad smile crosses Noah's face as he nods, unfastening his belt and unbuttoning his slacks as you pull off his shirt. He scrambles off the bed and swiftly tugs down his slacks and underpants as one. You smile at the sight of his swollen cock jutting towards you. He's in good shape for a pencil pusher, lean and toned, while his cock, like a tuner, is long and thin.
You got me kind of worked up.
It's not even the accent at this point. Like, some of the shit he's saying is absurd. It's so chaotic.
It truly is. It truly is.
Noah shrugs, and this time it's his turn to blush.
You know what it is? This is basically like if someone wrote a sex scene between Roger Rabbit and Jessica Rabbit from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yes. Yes.
This is so accurate.
He's
oh my
so
god.
sexy. He's definitely a virgin.
So I see.
Yes, ma'am. You purr, your gaze lingering on his erect shaft.
Let's see what we can do about that.
He nods and climbs back onto the bed. As he reaches for you, there is a hunger in his eyes that thrills you. His fingers hook into the waistband of your panties, and you lift your hips as he tugs them down. He pulls them off your ankles and casually tosses them away before grasping your legs and easing them apart.
I want you.
Noah growls, shuffling between your thighs and guiding the tip of his cock to your slit.
Take me.
You reply, breathless with anticipation, as you feel the warmth of the crown press against your puffy labia.
Another one, thank you.
Another one, thank you.
That's a double dipper right there. The warmth of the crown and puffy labia is insane.
He leans over you, and you gasp as his shaft slips inside you. You close your eyes and smile broadly as he sinks inside your slippery pussy.
The Lenny's went like a slip inside.
Oh my god.
Feeling his lips pressed to yours, your eyes flick open again, kissing him as he begins to thrust in and out of you.
Damn, you're beautiful.
He murmurs, pulling away slightly.
No need for flattery, buddy.
You smirk.
You're
Brother, I'm
already
sick.
inside me.
Brother, I'm sick.
You wanted this. You wanted this.
Begged for
I
this.
do.
On your knees, you begged.
You begged me.
It's not flattery.
He replies. Oh god. He replies. You pull him back to you, kissing him hard before rolling him onto his back and sitting astride him. Oh. Think it's my voice. You moan, your hands resting on his chest as you begin to ride him.
Oh yeah.
He groans, gazing up at you as you rock back and forth, his eyes flicking from your face to your bouncing breasts and back again.
You sure like to be in charge, don't you?
You grin and nod as you rotate your hips, grinding yourself down on him.
Touch me.
You tell him. He reaches up, grasping your breasts, squeezing and massaging them. You roll your eyes.
A little lower, sport.
You
Ew,
groan
never-
good-naturedly.
Calling someone sport in bed is insane.
Oh my god.
Anyways, he...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did I miss something? What did I miss?
Nothing. I will tell you later.
You groan good-naturedly. He nods before sliding his right hand down to your midriff and stomach before his thumb glides over through your pubic hair and finds your clit. He fumbles awkwardly for a few moments before, with a groan of frustration, you reach down and guide his hand back up to your chest.
If you want to do something right.
You mutter, slipping your own hand between your thighs as your fingers work at your clitoris. Noah's eyes widen, watching you intently.
Well,
he murmurs.
What's the matter? Never seen a girl touch herself before?
You breathe, your fingers working feverishly as the excitement of feeling his eyes on you drives you closer to orgasm.
Not so much.
Noah replies, his short, panting breaths betraying his own imminent climax. You rock back and forth on his lap, his hard cock plunging deeply inside you as he thrusts his hips up to meet you. His hands roughly squeeze your breast as his face flushes, beads of perspiration forming on his brow. His eyes gaze desperately up at you as he teeters on the brink. I have the hiccups. Rollies.
It's the sin.
17.
What happens if we both get 17?
Oh no, did we both get 17?
Everyone has to drink, and you have to reach an agreement on what you're going to do.
Well,
I know
listen,
what
I don't
Lauren
think-
doesn't want.
Yeah, I know, right?
there is no plan B in this world I'm imagining. It's pre-World War II. However...
What?
What?
However...
What's the however?
The horror of Hoboken needs some hooligans.
Oh no!
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Here's the thing. I kind of want to hear Lauren's interpretation of Noah.
I know.
Creating
This
a mini
whole thing
Noah.
is-
So tell him to come inside you. Let's go.
The other option was finish in your hand.
Yeah. Do it.
You tell him, grinding your hips down on him.
I don't want to say this.
You have to say it.
I know. Come inside.
Noah's eyes close, his hands sliding down to your waist and gripping your hips as he slams up inside you, moaning with glee. You watch his face as his jaw clenches, his body tensing up before he roars with release. This guy's a virgin, isn't he? Not
Can
anymore.
we add moaning with glee to horrible anatomy?
Yeah, that's pretty
That was
bad.
great. You gasp as you feel his hard cock twitch inside you, the warm wetness of his seed, gushing deep within your pussy. The sensation sends you over the edge, too. You cry out as you feel the blissful warmth of your orgasm radiate from between your thighs. You both tremble in the throes of your excitement. Throes of your climaxes, until you slump forward, your head next to his, as you pant for breath.
You were incredible.
He whispers in your ear.
You weren't so bad yourself.
You grin, rolling off him and gazing up at the whirring ceiling fan. As you wait for your heart to stop trying to punch its way through your chest, he throws an arm over you and you allow him to gather you into his embrace. Within moments, you both drift off into a deep sleep. You yawn as you wake, bars of sunlight thrown across the bed from the gaps in the window shutters. Rolling over, you find just crumpled sheets and no sight of Noah. Fine. You don't need the awkward and stilted morning after conversation. Anyway. As you slowly come around, your gaze focuses on the side table. You sit bolt upright. The compass is gone.
Wow, surprising. Son of a bitch.
You growl, scrambling out of bed. You quickly pull on your clothes and swing open the door of your room. As you step out onto the veranda, you glare across the door to Noah's room. So, we can either check and see if he's still in his room and then follow him to Rio, or we can try to catch him before he has a chance to leave, which is different than what we've done.
Well, here's the thing. We already know. that he's not in his room.
I know, but if you check to see if he's still in his room and then follow him to Rio, I don't know if they have the same ending. So I'm offering a jump, follow him to Rio, or try to catch him.
I feel like
you're still gonna have to roll to choose. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh yeah.
Well then, let's roll.
11.
9.
Lauren, would you like to follow him to Rio or try to catch him before he has a chance to leave the island?
I think we're going to be given the option to go to Rio regardless, personally.
Probably.
Let's see if we can catch him. Let's catch him.
Okay.
You know there are no passenger ships due to leave the island today, so the son of a bitch must be heading for the airstrip. With a glance over to your motorcycle, of course, parked,
of course we have a motorcycle. Oh my god.
At the other side of the lot, you jog across and climb astride it. Folding back the kickstand with your heel, you switch on the ignition, the engine growling as you rev the throttle. You accelerate out of the hotel parking lot and streak off along the narrow roads towards the airstrip. The wind in your hair. The palm trees lining each side of the road fly past you as you rattle through the gears. The sun is rising in the sky and the temperature is already soaring. The airstrip is only a few miles away and you are determined to reach it in time. Sweeping around the final corner, you brake hard, skidding to a halt. Before a couple of steel gates. The tiny airstrip beyond is a little more than a shack, a hangar, which is practically a glorified barn, a windsock, and a long strip of concrete. A small airliner is sitting at one end of the runway, its propellers whirring as the last few passengers climb the steps and disappear inside. The last in line is a tall, willowy man wearing a familiar beige suit and Panama hat.
Let me through.
You bark at the guard in his gatehouse.
Ashlyn, this is going to be you again.
Oh, I'll need to see a ticket, ma'am, he replies, stepping out towards you.
I haven't got one, but that man's a thief.
You reply, gesturing frantically towards Noah as he steps inside the airplane. That's a matter for the police, the guard shrugs. Can't let you pass without a ticket or a police warrant.
God damn it.
You reply, watching helplessly as the boarding steps are rolled away and the chocks pulled clear from the wheels. Balling your hands into fists, impotent rage rises within you as the whine of the propeller grows louder. The airliner easing forward before quickly accelerating along the runway. The nose lifts and you fume as it rises up into the air, climbing sharply before quickly shrinking into the clear blue sky. Oh, no. I'm sorry, miss. The guard tells you, following her gaze.
Where was that plane headed?
You ask him, dropping your gaze from the speck in the distance to the guardhouse. Rio, he replies.
Rio de Janeiro.
You echo, furrowing your brow.
What the hell's he doing flying to Rio?
The guard, perhaps unsure as to whether it was a rhetorical question, shrugs his shoulders and steps back into the shade of his gatehouse. Wheeling the bike around, you twist the throttle, gunning the engine as you accelerate back the way you came. As you speed along the narrow lanes, your instinct is to jump into your plane and set off in pursuit. The plane is foolhardy at best. Rio must be... We're going
to Rio.
Rio, okay. Rio.
I know what the choice is going to be, but you have to roll just in case I have to drink.
17.
9.
Rio.
Oh my god, did you see what number we jumped to?
Well, oh my, look.
That's crazy.
You must have skipped a lot of sex.
A lot of sex.
A lot of sex.
You shake your head and grit your teeth. No, you're not going to let Noah get away that easily. Always.
We skip so much sex.
Go back.
You risk your life to help him retrieve his precious compass, and he owes you. Besides, isn't Rio supposed to be nice this time of year? Reaching your plane, you climb into the cockpit and fire up the engines. Reaching above your head, you push the twin throttle levers forward, the propellers pulling the plane away from the jetty. As the plane picks up speed, it skips across the waves before you pull back on the yoke and leave the rolling waves of the Caribbean Sea beneath you.
Okay, we get it.
After your first refueling stop at Georgetown on the north coast of Guyana, you take off again and head south. Soon, the azure waters of the Caribbean have disappeared beyond the horizon behind you, and you are sailing above the mist-swathed rainforests of South America. As you fantasize about just what you'll do when you catch up with Noah, you hear the starboard engine stuttering. Frowning, you glance nervously at it through the window.
Don't you dare.
You mutter, reaching up and easing the throttle lever forward. The engine growls before falling silent, the propeller slowing to a halt.
Shit.
You murmur, wondering how far you are from the nearest airstrip. After all, the plane can still fly on one engine. A wheezing sound from the portside engine makes your blood run cold. You glance to your left as the roar of the engine dies, the propeller stops spinning, and the only sound is the air whistling past the fuselage and the rapid thump of your pulse in your ears.
No, no, no.
You gasp, adjusting the flaps to keep you gliding as long as possible. Glancing at the fuel gauge, you confirm that you still have a quarter of a tank of fuel. Leaning forward, you tap the circular glass cover and watch in horror as the needle suddenly drops into the red. Peering out of the window, you hope, beyond hope, that there will be some form of landing zone. Not necessarily an airstrip, but somewhere flat, at least where you can attempt some kind of landing. All you can see below is the lush green carpet of the Amazon rainforest.
Think, damn it, think. Why are we crashing in the Amazon?
You get to fuck a Amazonian, I guess. You tell yourself, trying to suppress the desperate panic rising up and threatening to overwhelm you. Are there any lakes? You don't think so, but there is a river, of course. You squint at the horizon, noticing a marked slash across the treetops. Treetops far in the distance. The Amazon River is perpendicular to your flight path, but if you can swing around, you may be able to set down on it. This deep into the rainforest, the river may well be narrow and rocky, but it's a better option than smashing into the trees and hoping for a miracle. As you swing the plane into a wide semicircle course to line yourself up with the river, you notice what appears to be a building of some kind next to a small field cut into the trees on a hillside. While it doesn't give you much margin for error, you might just be able to land it. Rollies.
That's a 19.
Shut up. I also got a 19.
What?
Wow. Okay, everyone drinks and then you two have to reach a consensus.
All
Lauren,
right.
holding the die up and showing us doesn't do anything.
I don't know about you, but I feel like that building was meant to be an airfield.
Yeah. I'm leaning towards
going
that
into
as
the
well.
river. In the river, there's like snakes.
Piranhas.
Yeah. I also feel like we should do the field.
Landing on the field. Okie doke.
Let's go.
It just
Hoping
says
there's
she's
enough-
dead.
Yeah.
Go back. Hoping there's enough juice left in the batteries, you press the button to lower the undercarriage. You can hear the motors labor, the floor vibrating beneath your feet until a green light lights up on the instrument panel in front of you, and you breathe a sigh of relief.
And now the hard part.
You
Oh
mutter,
wow, we jumped back up.
I know, I saw. And turning the yoke and adjusting, you chose correctly, apparently. You mutter, turning the yoke and adjusting your heading towards the field. The almost tranquil whistle of the air is a stark contrast to the fear clawing at your soul as you watch the altimeter needles spinning counterclockwise as you rapidly lose altitude.
Come on, come on.
You coax, feeling beads of sweat forming on your brow. The field still looks way too far away, and you feel the creeping dread that you will nosedive into the rainforest long before you reach it. Hunching over the controls, you will the little plane to stay aloft just a little while longer. As you glide low over the treetops, you grit your teeth, tensing as you await the brush of upper branches against the underside of the plane that will send you careening into the rainforest. The field is so close now that you can make out the crops laid out in neat rows. The timber building next to it looks like a house. As you glide closer, you notice a large cross mounted above the door. Is it a church, perhaps? You clear the last of the trees and adjust the flaps to slow your airspeed, easing the plane downwards towards the field. The ground rushes up to meet you and you brace for impact. When it comes, the collision is so violent you feel as though every bone in your body has shattered. You are thrown around the cockpit, your elbows smashing into the ceiling as you throw your arms out to protect your head. You smash back down into your seat, the plane sliding sideways across the field with dirt splattering over the cockpit windows. The trees at the edge of the field rush towards you as the plane smashes into them. Your head rocked to one side and smashing against the cockpit wall. Your vision darkens and you slump forward in your seat as you lose consciousness. You groan as you awake, feeling a little groggy as your hazy vision clears. You take in your surroundings as you are laying in a bed within a darkened room. An oil lamp sitting atop a nightstand is the only source of illumination. Who wants to be our Lauren? Do you want a speaking part?
Lauren looks sleepy.
Yeah. Oh, thank God you're awake.
A male voice gasps from the shadows. His accent English, my bad.
Mariette, she's awake.
He calls out, emerging from the darkness. As he leans forward in a chair, his face illuminated by the light of the lamp. His tanned face is a little lined, and you'd guess he is perhaps in his early 40s.
Oh, you had us worried, miss.
Is this Mickey Mouse?
Just turning into that.
He smiles kindly, his brown eyes peering inquisitively at you.
You've been unconscious for hours.
No, we don't want to get sued by the mouse. Let's go back to high-pitched British man.
You hear footsteps approaching from outside the room before a door creaks open and a woman steps through. She is curvaceous, raven-haired woman, perhaps a few years younger than the man. Her pale face and white linen dress reflects the glow of the lamp, making her appear almost like an apparition as she approaches the bed.
Are you?
You croak, your mouth dry as you glance from one to the other.
My name is Edward.
The man replies, passing you a glass of water.
Oh, what is happening? I'm a missionary here, and this is my wife. Is this Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles again?
Oh, what is happening? I am so confused.
Where's the sex?
Oh my god, we just finished one.
We needed more.
They're actually gonna have a threesome if you just keep going.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Finish your line, Lauren.
I did.
You didn't introduce me.
You didn't. Oh, you.
Oh,
me.
I thought I said it. This is my wife, Mariette.
There we go. That was quite a landing. Mariette smiles, her French accented voice soft and velvety. You sip from the glass before nodding, the memory of the crash landing flooding back.
My plane.
You murmur.
There's not much left, I'm afraid.
Edward tells you gently.
You're lucky to be alive. Do you know your name?
Elise Blake.
You reply.
Good.
He smiles, glancing at his wife.
It would appear our guest is compos mentis. I don't know what that means. Complimenti? Whatever.
His eyes flick back to you. It's not French. I don't know what it is.
It's Latin.
It's Latin, but...
You've been incredibly fortunate. What the hell? You've been incredibly fortunate. Other than a few scrapes and bruises as well as a bump on your head, you're relatively unscathed.
You are a tough lady, Mariette tells you. Rollies!
Bro, I don't want to ask them questions. I want to get to know her. 7.
You know she can have sex with other people, right?
I don't want her to.
Oh, okay.
I got kids on the way.
I got an 8.
I got a 7. You're good.
Sydney, would you like to ask them a little more about themselves or scramble out of bed and take a look at your plane?
I guess we'll ask them more about themselves. I'm just so confused as how we got here.
Well, we crash landed and they saved us because they.
Well, I understand that. I understand that. But how did we go from a porn book to us talking to missionaries in the middle of the Amazonian rainforest?
That's a good question because let me tell you, the other ones that I proofread were porn, and I didn't proofread this one.
We chose
What? Why did we choose this one?
Because we thought it sounded interesting.
You guys wanted to be a woman instead of a man. Women are not covered by sex. I'm sorry.
So you say you're some kind of preacher?
You ask Edward, your voice returning now. Your mouth is less dry.
We're EP, God.
Sorry.
If I don't have sex to fuel my fire, what's gonna happen?
Oh my god.
This is the asexual.
I'm telling you, we read and write the dirtiest things. A missionary.
He smiles, politely correcting you.
One must first bring the word of the Lord before it can be preached.
Okay.
And how's that working out for you?
You ask. God.
Difficult to begin with.
Edward admits.
But the local tribes tolerated us and then grew to accept
this is getting weird.
Colonization.
This is getting weird. We now have a modest congregation.
It's been hard work. It's been hard, but rewarding work. Mariette nods, subconsciously reaching up to her chest and touching a small gold crucifix hanging from a necklace chain. We are very isolated, of course. Yours is the first white face we've seen in more than 2 years.
Oh my god.
I must admit, when we saw your plane crash into our field, I was certain no one could have survived.
Edward tells you.
But by the grace of God.
I'm sorry about your field.
You reply.
Reckon I'll have to churn it up plenty.
Think nothing of it.
Edward replies.
We have plenty of food and we're just glad you're in one piece. Besides, it's nice to have some company. I'm sure Mariette is keen to catch up on the latest fashions in the civilized dude. The civilized world.
I'm not exactly a ball gown wearing kind of girl, but I'll do my best.
What is happening?
I don't know.
I'm kind of ready for us to die again.
You almost did. You grinned.
Strangulation option.
Yeah.
Hey, you could still bleed out internally. We don't know.
Yeah, true.
Good.
Or you could die in childbirth with whatever happens to Noah Jr.
Noah Jr. You grin, glancing at the French woman, who, even in such humble surroundings, seems to have poise and elegance. You spend the next few days convalescing and getting to know your saviors. Ooh. While Edward is clearly committed to his noble calling, you sense from Mariette's eagerness to hear news of the wider world that she secretly pines for Europe. As Edward talks to you, you occasionally feel his gaze linger on you in a manner which is far from godly.
Oh!
It's your imagination, but once or twice, you think you sense Mariette glancing at you in the same way. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Well, your battered body
about to sin?
over. You gradually, we already have, and we will again. You gradually begin to feel stronger as you lie there, wondering how on earth you are going to get out of the middle of the Amazon without your plane. There's a polite knock at the door, and Edward walks in carrying a tin bucket, water sloshing around inside. He smiles awkwardly, setting the bucket down next to the bed and shifting his weight from foot to foot.
Please don't be offended, but I think it's high time we cleansed you.
I guess a few days in this heat, I'll start smelling a little ripe.
Ew,
You admit with a smile.
Do you have a bath or a shower?
Neither, I'm afraid.
He grimaces.
We have a nearby stream that we bathe in, but you're in far too fragile a state for that. I suggest a sponge bath would be the best course of action.
He glances towards the bucket.
With your permission,
my God.
I can wash you. But if you prefer my wife to do it, I quite understand. Or if you prefer both of us to do it, we are swingers.
Rolly.
Oh my God.
Rolly, kids, rolly.
Nat
12.
20.
Boom.
I
Lauren.
want Mariette. I want Mariette. I don't want Edward.
Mariette will wash you then.
I think I prefer Mariette to wash me.
You tell Edward.
Of course.
He nods before calling for his wife. She enters the room a few moments later.
I shall attend to the crops outside and leave you ladies to it.
He nods before turning and leaving the room. Mariette glances at the closed door before approaching the bed. She avoids your gaze as she reaches out and slowly pulls the bed sheet away. Her body seems tense as she reaches down and grasps the hem of the nightdress and begins to slowly pull it upwards, revealing your legs.
Thank you for the loan of the nightdress.
You tell her, trying to break the tension in the room.
I was in such a hurry. I didn't bring much in the way of clothes with me.
She finally meets your gaze and smiles, nodding shyly. You lift your hips up as she pulls the hem up past your thighs. Mariette's face flushes as the wiry curly curls of your pubic region are revealed. You sit up, grimacing, as your injured body objects to the sudden movement. Are you all right? She asks, her expression etched with concern.
I feel like I've gone a few rounds with Joe Louis.
You admit raising your arms and allowing her to lift the nightdress off completely before reclining back onto the bed.
But considering I just survived a plane crash, I can't really complain about a few bruises.
Mariette smiles, neatly folding the nightdress before reaching into the bucket. She lifts the sponge from within, squeezing out the excess water before leaning over you and gently dabbing at your stomach with it. The water is cold, instantly cooling your warm flesh. Mariette continues to slowly slide the sponge up and down your torso and your arms before, left with nowhere else to go, she tentatively swipes it over a breast. You stifle a gasp, your nipple hardening as she drags the cold sponge over the sensitive bud. She blushes furiously, biting her lower lip.
I feel pampered, like a queen.
You smile, attempting to alleviate her discomfort. Mariette's gaze flicks back up to your face and she returns your smile. She lifts a sponge and droplets of water trickling over your fleshy mound as she leans over you and begins to gently scrub your other breast. Her face hovers just above you. Rollies, Lauren. Lauren's face. Oh my God.
Well, that's Nate.
Gay? Oh, a 4.
4.
Would you like to kiss her or allow her to continue washing you?
I'm trying to think, because, like, if we let her continue to wash us, maybe she'll, like, do things by herself. I worry if we kiss her, she's just gonna, cause us to have hate crimes.
She's gonna hate crime you?
I want Lauren's
Yeah.
input.
I think since it is almost the end of this episode, go big or go home.
All right, let's kiss her then.
You reach up and touch her cheek with your hand. A tiny gasp, almost a squeak of surprise, escapes from its lips as her eyes dart towards you, the sponge freezing on your breast. Her brown eyes gaze questioningly into yours. You answer with a smile and gently stroke her face before crashing.
Lauren's face
oh my
is so
God.
close.
It is so close. Before craning your head forward and pressing your lips to hers. She stiffens, and for a moment you wonder if you have misjudged the furtive glances and tension between you. Then she relaxes, and you feel her begin to kiss you back before abruptly pulling away. I shouldn't, she murmurs weakly.
Are you sure?
You purr, smiling up at her and knowing from her heaving chest and her elevated breathing that despite her protestations, her desire has already overcome her reason. I want to, Mariette admits, but I'm a married woman and oh God. She presses her lips back to yours and kisses you, surrendering herself to her lust. The sponge leaves your breast and you hear it splash back into the bucket as it is replaced by her hand as she explores your body. She massages your breast, her thumb playing over your engorged nipple. Why? Why, God?
You got another one.
And making you moan into her mouth. She pulls away, studying your face. I can't believe I'm doing this, Mariette breathes.
I'm glad you are.
You reply huskily. She smiles and leans forward, kissing you again. Perhaps, encouraged by your praise, she is less tentative now, her tongue slipping between your lips and seeking yours. You can feel a delicious tingling between your thighs, and a thrill runs through you as you seduce this beautiful woman. Breaking the kiss, you gaze into her eyes as you gently guide her head downward. She nods, the bed creaking as she joins you, shuffling lower until her face hovers over your chest. She chews her lower lip pensively for a moment before kissing the tops of your breasts. Lauren, oh my God. You can feel the warmth of her body against yours as she cradles your soft mounds in each hand. Her lips skirt the circumference of your areola before brushing over the sensitive bud of your left nipple. As she repeats this on your right nipple, you arch your back, wanting her to take it into her mouth. When Mariette continues to tease you, your stifled groan of frustration is not lost on her. The Frenchwoman, chuckling before finally relenting. As she draws the hardened bud between her lips, you moan with delight and clutch her head to your breast. The tingle between your legs has become a throb of desire, and you can feel the dampness increasing with each wonderful swirl of her tongue. Mariette's dark, sultry eyes flick up to meet yours, perhaps seeking guidance as to what to do next. Rollies!
Rolling. 14. 5.
Wow.
Lauren's getting so tired that she's gone nonverbal.
Apparently.
My bedtime was
Not
2
sleeping enough
hours
for porn.
ago.
All right.
Lauren, your bedtime is 9:45.
Let's roll Marionette onto her back and undress her.
Oh my God.
Don't jump up.
Hey.
Okay, we're in the exact same place. Cool.
Ignoring the dull ache of your bruised limbs, you abruptly sit up and roll Mariette onto her back. She squeals with a mixture of surprise and delight as you crawl on top of her, your face hovering above hers. What are you going to do to me? She whispers, her chestnut brown eyes wide as she gazes expectantly up at you. Flashing her a grin, you grasp the hem of her dress and draw it upwards, her pale thighs and a pair of ivory-colored lace panties revealed. Mariette raises her arms as you pull it over her head.
A missionary. Who's that for? God?
No,
Right.
I guess her man's.
Your eyes are drawn. Your eyes are drawn to her generous bra-clad breasts, which heave with her excitement. Biting her lip, she intuitively arches her back, allowing you to reach behind her. Smiling, you deftly unfasten the clasp and pull her bra off.
Magnificent.
You murmur, your pussy tingling at the sight of her soft, pale mounds. I've never heard boobs referred to as mounds in any of our erotic books.
Yeah,
And it's throwing me off.
But I said mounds is usually referred to as something else, so I don't know. I don't like
It's
it.
boobies normally. Or it's
Yeah,
not boobies normally.
Breasts,
Breasticles.
titties.
Titties. Her nipples rose pink. Touch them. Mariette breathes, her tone almost pleading. You nod and cup her breast, feeling her hard nipples pressing into the palms of your hands. As a moan of pleasure escapes her lips, she blushes and flashes you a shy smile. You lean forward and kiss her again, wanting her to relax and enjoy herself. She kisses you back without hesitation as she surrenders herself to her carnal impulses. Breaking the kiss, you trail your lips down her throat before kissing the tops of her breasts. Her chest heaves in anticipation as you slide lower and draw an engorged nipple into your mouth. Oh, oui, Mariette gasps, her hands reaching down and cradling your head, her fingers
I'm gonna bust
entwining
that
your
out
hair.
next time.
Oh, we.
Oui. You swirl your tongue around the hardened bud, enjoying her breathless moans of delight. She guides your head across her chest, and you eagerly take her other nipple into your mouth. Sliding your hand down the soft flesh of her stomach, you tentatively slide your fingers inside the waistband of her panties. She sighs, and you feel her open her legs in anticipation. You slip your hand further inside the front of her panties, your fingers gliding through the wiry tangles of her pubic hair. Oh, she squirms slightly, and you can feel the humid heat radiating out from between her thighs. You pause.
Humid
just short
heat.
of her.
Adding it.
Oh, God. Lauren, back up. I should not be able to count eyelashes.
No, my eyes looked at the choice options.
Oh, What? You pause just short of her clitoris and allow her nipple to slip from your lips. Mariette lifts her head and gazes quizzically at you, and you continue to torment her. She opens her mouth but hesitates, blushing furiously as she cannot bring herself to speak the words to encourage you. Please, she finally murmurs, a note of I'm just having sex with myself at this point.
Basically.
A note of desperation in her voice. You smile wickedly before relenting and pressing your fingertips against her wet slit. Oh, she gasps. Oui. Her legs opening wider. You chuckle and begin to move your fingers inside her, your thumb gently flicking against her clit.
Does that feel good?
You inquire, enjoying the blissful expression on her face. Her lips pout and her eyes are heavy-lidded, and any remaining guilt or conflict evaporating with each breathless moan. Oh, God, yes, she pants. I want to touch you, too. Your pussy tingles, oh God, at the thought of the beautiful and voluptuous Frenchwoman returning the favor. But as you glance up at her, you notice an unlit candle on the nightstand, and you have an idea.
I don't like the idea.
Rollies!
14?
Hold on. 10.
10. Sydney.
Yeah. Thanks for the translation. I'm very scared about slipping the candle inside her. So we're just going to do touch each other because I'm scared of the candle. Lauren, unless you think the candle would be funnier.
No, I would like to achieve it to a mean. I'll go with
But
whatever.
slipping the candle inside could do that because it would cause a yeast infection and kill her.
Can you die from a yeast infection? Wait, back
Yes,
up.
it's an infection. It causes kidney infections.
I didn't know that. Well, I mean,
So
yeah,
we're getting this
infection
girl
is-
knocked up and then killing another woman via candlestick.
Anyway.
We're not doing candlestick, are we? Do I need to go back?
No, we're not doing
No.
candlestick. Fuck the candlestick. Not literally. Please don't do that.
Please don't fuck the candlestick.
Please, guys.
Monday.
Guys, I don't know why I would have to put this disclaimer out there. Please don't fuck candles.
But Lumiere was so hot.
Anyway, I
Don't
love
fuck non-anthropomorphized candles. Lumiere's fine.
Yeah.
God.
No, he's not. Because that hand is lit all the time. Maybe for the feather
it's
duster.
not. No, it's not. He can it out. He has.
I don't care. Okay, guys. So, new segment on RPH. What inanimate object from Beauty and the Beast would you fuck? I'm going with the wardrobe.
Fogsworth.
I mean, look at this man's riz. Don't I?
I do not care. I'd like that.
Lumiere every day. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God,
day.
I'm moving on to the book because I want to be done.
Lumiere every day and twice on Sundays. Anyways.
Real.
Sydney, go ahead.
I'd like that.
I got more liquid left in here. Come on. Oh, you breathe, slipping your fingers from her pussy. Mariette smiles before drawing her legs up, reaching down and peeling her panties off. God, your mouth waters at the sight of her juicy folds. And you are tempted to drop your face between her thighs and plunge your tongue inside her wet slit. Resisting the temptation, you sit up and beckon to her. You are so beautiful.
Oh no.
Mariette murmurs as she says, "What?"
Nothing. I read ahead and I know what position they're doing and it doesn't exist or work, but it's fine.
Oh, are they gonna scissor?
Yeah.
As she
it
sits
looks like
up,
it.
your pussy tingles as you feel her eyes on your body. As you pull her to you, she hooks your legs over yours, sitting facing each other with your legs intertwined. You embrace, your lips finding hers, as you enjoy the soft warmth of her generous breasts against your chest.
You're so beautiful.
You purr, kissing her passionately. Her fingers slide up into your hair,
You're so beautiful.
cradling your head as her tongue darts between your lips. There's electricity in the air as you kiss, the forbidden nature of your tryst, making you nervous, lest you be discovered while simultaneously thrilling you. By the time Mariette's hands have explored your body, slowly gliding down and slipping between your legs, you are squirming with need. Mon Dieu, you're so wet. She breathes as her fingers find your pussy. Oh God. As her fingertips slip inside you, you tremble with desire, realizing that it is now the missionary's wife who is seducing you. Slipping your hand between her, you resume teasing her too. She gasps as your fingertips find her clit and begin to rub gently.
You like that?
You pant. Mariette smiles and nods. You lose yourself in her dark brown eyes before leaning forward and kissing her once more. Your hands working slowly but insistently at each other's pussies. It feels incredible, she moans. Keep going, just like that. You can feel the beginnings of your orgasm rising within you, and knowing you won't last much longer, Mariette, too, looks like she is closing in. Her face and top of her chest flushed as she squirms with delight.
I want to watch you come.
You tell her. She nods, her breathing increasingly ragged now, her hands still working at your pussy and clit. But
somewhere, Noah is punching the air.
I was like, Noah is doing something with that compass.
God.
Her lips pout, and there is a desperate yearning in her eyes. We. Mariette's voice, a low moan as she teeters on the brink. Her mouth drops open and she arches her back before crying out in ecstasy. Your lip, you feel her clit pulsing against your fingertips as she trembles with each surge of pleasure. She gazes deeply into your eyes until her orgasm finally subsides. Merci, merci, she pants, smiling broadly.
You looked incredible.
You murmur, returning her smile.
What?
No, we have so much more.
Oh my
Turn back to
God.
me. Turn your back to me. She purrs, withdrawing her fingertips from between your legs. You nod, your pulse racing with excitement as you shuffle around. You feel her body press against your back, the soft warmth of her breasts crushed against your shoulder blades, and her hot breath on your neck. Her right hand slips around your waist as you part your thighs as her fingers return to her pussy. She slowly kisses your shoulder, her lips slowly working at the side of your neck. Her left hand slips around to massage your breast, her fingers using a nipple. Yes. Oh, sorry, so that's yours. My bad, Tigers.
Yes.
You moan with delight.
Oh, God. You've got me so turned on.
She chuckles throatily, confidently rubbing and pressing your body towards your imminent climax. I hate imminent. Why is it just continue?
We're about to get shot by Edward. That's what's about to happen.
Or is he gonna join us? I think he's probably gonna join.
Oh, he's like watching.
She breathes, pinching your nipple and strumming your clit, strumming like a guitar,
Strumming.
baby.
Hey, yo.
Wonderwall.
Wonderwall.
Actually, it's Van Stroy's Riptide.
Oh, my bad, Tigers. My bad.
I want to feel your body. I want to feel your body tremble against me. Her lips and fingers seem to know your body. Hey, for our French listeners, because I know we have some, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Her lips and fingers. You French listeners.
I love that she apologizes and she accepts the apology for
Her lips and fingers seem to know your body better than even you, speeding up or slowing down at exactly the right moment. You bite your lip to suppress a shrill cry of pleasure. As she sends you over the edge, throwing back your head, you let out a deep moan of pure ecstasy. She holds you tightly as you buck against her, her fingers resting on your quivering clit. There's a new one. Until with a final shudder, you relax.
nice alliteration.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible.
You pant, quietly suspecting that her skilled touch was far from beginner's luck.
Right,
Thank you. You lie together on the bed, her body curled up against yours as you drift off to sleep. You are dimly aware of her climbing out of bed, a whisper of fabric as she dresses you. You feel her kiss you tenderly on the cheek before her light footsteps recede, followed by the click of the bedroom door as it closes behind her.
Oh my God, how much is there?
There's 2 pages until our next choice.
Okay, hey, how about we make this into make this into a third part?
This can be ongoing. We can end it here, kids.
we can put out a poll. Be like, y'all want more of this shit?
Yeah, exactly. Hey guys, Please let us know if you actually want us to continue this, but we'll just assume that our girl Elise lives happily ever after in a hut with
Marriott.
with two swinger missionaries, I guess.
Nah, I ship her with Noah.
Yeah, true. Anyway, guys, if you want to listen to more of this, like seriously, do let us know if you would like us to continue this little find your own, create your own adventure book. And if you haven't listened to the first part, don't know why you're here, but that's okay. And if we don't usually do this kind of thing, so like go check out our other Tipsy Fanfic Nights or any of our book reviews, and go check out any of our other episodes. And by the way, actually, with this announcement, I know we promised last month to do Slammed by Colin Hoover, but guess what, guys? We got slammed with real work stuff and life. So, whoops. Sorry we lied. Didn't mean to. Hope you guys are okay with that. Anyway, that'll be coming at some point, and you can go listen to us on Spotify, YouTube, and nope, Google Music was the one that shut down, Apple Music, and so on and so forth. So go listen to us there. If you'd like to follow us on our socials, you can go to Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, like I said before, Twitch, and Fable, if you would like to interact with us while we read the books. And with that, I think that's it for us tonight. So I will see you later. Bye-bye, you find your own fuckery friends.